and wrote a report and said,
Hi guys,
fine
we are at this bay at Geelong and a local guide is explaining us the details.
that point there, that point of land, yep, that point of land stretches out across the water, so it's only very shallow. And until the 1880s, sailing ships could not get through there.
Right.
And when they found gold at Ballarat, Melbourne is 75 kilometres away. Ballarat is 75 kilometres from Geelong. But Geelong is a quicker port to get to the goldfields. And when they found gold at Ballarat, massive amounts of gold, alluvial near the surface in 1850 and 1851. And the Californian goldfields had run out. So people came from all over the world into Australia, and because Geelong was closer to the goldfields, they got ship owners to bring their ship, and they couldn't get over that sandbar. So everyone walked to the goldfields, bought wheelbarrows, shovels, picks, and walked to the Ballarat goldfields to make their fortunes. And it looked like Geelong was going to be the capital, the city of Victoria, instead of Melbourne. But Melbourne business people made a false map which they distributed throughout Europe and the world and America, so that anyone coming here, they get their ships going. The ships went to Melbourne, which took about 5 or 6 hours further by sailing ship, because Melbourne business people and merchants still wanted their business. So Melbourne ended up the capital, and Geelong became a sleepy hollow. Geelong nowadays is a port, a seaport for oil from
Shell
Singapore,
oils, yeah.
and from the Gulf, where the Arab states are, the oil Arab states are. It's also a big port for wheat and other grains harvested in Australia, in what's called the Mallee and Wimmera region. It used to be a big port for wool. Geelong's success was based on the sheep's back and gold. Miners coming from gold and sheep, merino sheep. And the famous saying, Australia rides on the sheep's back. So there we are.
Do you know what my
We'll
husband
show you the
did
gold.
for his job? Can you guess what my husband was?
Okay.
Can you think what he might have been? A teacher.
Oh my god.
A school teacher.
That's amazing.
We can teach.
I was secondary teacher.
We can teach. We can teach as well.
Oh, you both clever
You were
boys.
both,
I can
yeah.
see it. Clever men.
We both have post graduation.
Yeah, I can tell it. I can tell that within a minute of that. I thought I'm in the big league here. I'm playing in the big league.
It's a very nice place.
We were born and bred in Melbourne. But it's a better life here. It's a better life.
Here he is close to the beach, the surf beaches.
Yes.
Yeah, which is, for you, it would be
Surf
hard
beach.
to get to.
Straight down there.
Yeah, because they live in Docklands. Yeah. So,
Yara is just next to our apartment.
right.
Oh, the Yarra, yeah. It's called the river that flows upside down.
Because it's brown. But then you are also, you would be used to brown water.
Yeah, right.
Your rivers are brownish?
Yes.
It's only when they don't clean it. Most of the time they don't seem to be. When it's perennial, when we consider Ganga and all, they're into cleaning process.
Okay.
So those are not brown. So rest of this definitely it is because the crowds are civilized over the banks of the river itself.
Yeah.
Right.
So we can't stop that.
Entire
There
Australian,
is. Yep.
entire Australian population fits in Delhi. Delhi has a population of 3 million.
Yeah.
Sorry, 30 million.
30 million.
30 million.
Yeah.
Mumbai, he's from Mumbai.
Yeah.
Bombay,
Yes.
that has a population of
Bombay.
Mumbai, yeah.
Mumbai.
Yeah, right. Bombay presidency, the earlier one.
Yeah.
that has around the areas that has a population of over 40 million.
Yeah.
That is more than Australia. Because of the population, it's difficult to maintain the sanitation, all those things. But India is faring quite well now.
They seem to be. I read the Australian newspaper. It's called The Australian. And it's a right wing, centre-right newspaper. Owned by Murdoch. You've heard of Murdoch. Rupert Murdoch. He's Australian.
He has, he's one of the richest, and I think he's the one who makes presidents.
Yes.
He's the one, because he owns so many newspapers, so many news channels. Everything he says is done.
I agree with him.
So he's the kingmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Right.
In your
Wow.
family, you
Doesn't
have
surprise-
children?
Nothing surprising.
No, I'm still bachelor.
Oh, right. So you missed your bigger family.
But I miss my niece. She's very. She's 3 years old.
Yeah,
I miss her a
I'll
lot.
show you where
Right.
I'll show you where a museum is.
Okay.
We'll walk down now. Another thing you might want to do is just here, up the top of that hill, you walk in there and you'll find botanical gardens. So they may or may not.
Okay.
Nice. It is nice in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
And
good
yeah,
gardens.
that might be your best bet to head up there, the botanical gardens, and then walk straight back. Walk back here, get into this street down there. See,
Okay.
and you follow that along,
All right.
and you'll get to Murrable Street. Murrable, that's Aboriginal
That's the
name.
city.
Murrable. You Yang's
Okay.
Where the
Aboriginal
shops
name.
are.
Murrable
But you have so
Street.
much.
Nice.
There's the Wool Museum.
Okay.
Now that's worth going into because no wool, no gold, no Australia.
It's interesting. You will find it
Australia was a
interesting.
very poor country back in the 1800s. So Australia was struggling, and all of a sudden they found gold, massive amounts nearby here. And that boosted Australia on the world scene, and at the same time they grew, which they can't grow anywhere in the world, the finest wool. And this sector right through to the South Australian border, fine merino wool.
Big
And
money now in wool.
Merino wool is very good.
Very
I
it
want to buy
rises and
something.
falls.
I want to buy something made of something.
Well, if you've got your checkbook, you'll be able to buy something.
Yeah, lots of money.
I'm joking. You'll be able to buy something there. The Wool Museum is worth seeing.
I'll go.
Now, what time are you catching a train back?
I don't know, we are free all day.
Right. Well, look, we'll write out our number. We live straight up there, Sydney Avenue. Not Sydney, you'll end up a long way away.
I've seen the Sydney
600
road that says Sydney.
Yeah.
Look, there's Sydney
Avenue.
Sydney, what's the other one called?
Parade.
Sydney Parade. We're behind the 7-Eleven.
All right.
Sydney Parade is 7-Eleven.
Okay.
Sydney Avenue.
Do you find cold?
No, I have become used to it now.
Oh, I am not used to it.
Yeah.
It is.
It's in India it's November cold.
Yeah.
Sorry?
We have such kind of cold in November
Same
month. Most
cold
of
in Delhi in the month of
Compare.
November, December, same cold.
Oh, do you? Here I am thinking it would be warmer.
No. This time of the year it's very hot.
Yeah.
But in November, kind of cold, 6 degrees, 5 degrees centigrade. This is hot.
Okay, right. Didn't think of that. I thought, yeah, when I'm picturing the map,
Delhi,
thinking
in
of course.
Delhi only. But if you go to the mountains in India, obviously it's much colder.
Now, the other one down there is called the Wool Museum.
Okay.
Oh. Yes.
Okay, So they'll charge you to get in there.
No problem. Oh, we make a lot of money.
I'm just letting you know. It's not, some museums you can walk into. I've no doubt about that at all.
I bet.
I should go in the Wool Museum with them, I suppose, and explain things to them. But I'm a Wool, even though I'm a teacher.
No, he's now
I was a
retired.
secondary
Yeah.
teacher. That's what Jenny said before. I was an Australian history teacher. I was physical education and Australian history teacher.
He's good at telling history.
And making it more interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
That's more important for a teacher.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you want to make some sandwiches for lunch? I'll take the boys down to Corns or something. Do you think or not?
Well, I don't know how long my meeting will be.
Okay.
So that was a bit.
Look, if you
Just give your phone number, and if
I've given you the phone number.
If they have spare time and they ring, well, then you can.
Yeah.
Or maybe another time. You were staying here, so how long are you? A
couple of months.
There you go. You have
At
the
least a
phone
couple
number,
of
so if you
months.
come
Oh,
again,
right.
we will. If you come again, then we are going away to Singapore and Malaysia in 3 weeks' time.
Okay.
But we are away for 3 weeks. We would be happy for you to ring, and we will take you along the coast.
So kind of you. Thank you so much.
That's all right. So then when we come to Mumbai.
Yeah, sure, yeah. We can have a stay in
No, we won't be going India. If we travel again, we will be going more to. Dennis has relations in Finland.
Okay.
So if we went last year for 3 months,
strike me as a
and if we go again, we will go
business
that
oriented.
direction.
If you're looking for people with kind hearts, you will always find India.
Sorry?
You're looking out for people with kind hearts, good heart, soft
right.
hearts. You'll always find India.
Yeah, we've come across quite a
Anyway,
few
if
Indians
you-
as we've
if you
travelled,
do that,
and
then
you
the
are right.
Wool
Yeah,
Museum,
in February
if
we
what
were
was,
in Tasmania, in
Jenny's
Hobart,
got to
just
go to
for nights we were there, but we used Juba.
Okay.
Most times Indians.
Right.
Going to a meeting and,
Yeah, and always friendly people.
I don't know how long the
Yeah,
meeting
always
is going
friendly.
to be.
And I agree with you with
This
kind
afternoon.
hearts. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
My sister who lives in Manly
They
in
printed
Sydney,
something in the paper
let me see,
that they've had trials.
2 years ago she was going with her husband for business to India, and we were staying at her house. And it was Easter time, and we were cooking fish on the barbecue, and the barbecue blew up,
Oh,
and I pulled the barbecue away from the house, so it was lucky that the house didn't burn down.
right.
And then when I rang her up, she said, "Oh no, it's fine. We're in India. We are happy. The house didn't burn, so it doesn't matter." And I thought I could not imagine ringing up and saying, and of all places, India.
Right.
Yeah, but they have travelled a lot. She has been to India with his business a few times, and I always thought, yeah, I would like to go.
No, in India, it is generally become a trend to follow materialistic things. Instead of going into more spiritual, more holistic, they follow material things more. So that's the reason you found that my home is still alive, and that home is not burned yet.
Right.
That kind of
You've been to Singapore?
thing you won't find in Australia. They'll find people, they'll run behind people, whether they are alive or not.
It's a lovely place. Multicultural, safe, no trouble. No
चलो
trouble.
भाई,
Everyone
बस हो गया, थोड़ा आराम कर लेते हैं. घर जाना पड़े, इनके इनवाइट किया है. चलो रखता हूँ.